Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7FM.com. This is your Z107.7 Local News for Saturday, January 18th, 2025. Southern California's challenging housing market is going to get a lot more complicated in Los Angeles County, where an early estimation of over 10,000 homes and buildings have been decimated in the Palisades and Eaton fires still currently burning. While firefighters continue to contain the fires, over 100,000 residents are under evacuation orders or have already been evacuated. Along with homes, critical infrastructure and neighborhoods has also been destroyed in the wildfires, and cleanup of the toxic remains of the homes and businesses has no estimated timeline. In a preemptive response to the expected rise in rental prices due to the sudden increase in demand, California Attorney General Rob Bonta issued a consumer alert following the governor's declaration of a state of emergency in Los Angeles County. Attorney General Bonta says that price gouging during a state of emergency is illegal under Penal Code Section 396, and the maximum amount of any property owner can raise their rents after a state of emergency is 10%. The notice hasn't seemed to faze the over 1,300 property owners that have been accused of raising the rents beyond that threshold. A crowdsourced spreadsheet that's been making the rounds is a list of Los Angeles area rentals suspected of violating that penal code. Most are listed on websites like Zillow, which allow you to see price changes on individual properties and the dates when the price is changed. Violators of the price gouging statute are subject to criminal prosecution that can result in a 1-year imprisonment in county jail and or a fine of up to $10,000. Those protections are in place until March of 2026. However, the 10% limit on rent increases only applies to Los Angeles County, meaning that nearby counties such as Riverside and, of course, San Bernardino County may be affected as displaced residents look outside the already thin rental market in Los Angeles. The high desert has its share of affordable housing challenges, and while prices will never be as low as they were a half a decade ago, the housing bubble has appeared to slow down its explosive growth in 2024. Data on Zillow doesn't show any noticeable price increases in rent over the last couple weeks in 29 Palms, Joshua Tree, and Yucca Valley, although the data isn't extensive and the full effects of the fires in LA are yet to be felt as the city begins to rebuild itself from the ashes. If you see any price spikes on properties or homes in the area and you believe it's in response to the fires in Los Angeles, I'd like to know about them. You can send me an email at robert@z1077fm.com. This Sunday from 12:30 to 2:30 at the 29 Palms Senior Center is Transitions Through Time, Art and Aging, an artistic event sponsored through a grant from the Public Arts Advisory Council of the City of 29 Palms. Hosted by Reach Out Morongo Basin and facilitated by artist Ben Alanoff, the intergenerational event is open to seniors, young adults, and children age 5 and up. Attendees will be making free-form assemblage sculptures from a variety of objects and materials such as wood, stone, wire, metal, and textiles. The event is free of charge, and all materials will be provided and held at the 29 Palms Senior Center, which is at 6539 Adobe Road in 29 Palms. For more information or to sign up for future classes, call Reach Out at 760-361-1410. Tonight in Yucca Valley, the third Saturday Art Walk is taking place at various participating galleries. Here with some suggestions on which ways you should wander is reporter Gabriel Hart.
Space Trucking Gallery presents master outsider artist William Grabber's 3D sculptures, selected from the collection of over 300 pieces discovered in Upland, California, never shown in public until this show. Opening reception from 6 to 9 p.m. Goat Mountain Company presents New Year, New Face group show featuring portraits and caricatures of the famous, the infamous, and the unknown. Opening reception from 5 to 9 p.m. Mazamara Art Pottery continues their massive Cabinet of Curiosities group show featuring Zara Khan, Joe Alvarez, Kalina Hake, and 15 other artists running until February 2nd. Gallery hours are from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Tickets are now on sale for Milltree's fundraiser event live from Joshua Tree, featuring stories and performances from high desert luminaries. If you're not familiar with Milltree, here's Milltree organizer executive director Cheryl Montel to explain what they do.
Milltree is a nonprofit organization that brings veterans, active service members, and community members together in shared experiences, projects, and creative endeavors to help end isolation. I used to say to end veteran isolation, but honestly, there's isolation everywhere in every pocket of our community. In our culture at large, we don't really take the time to welcome them back, welcome our warriors back in a more profound way than thank you for your service. I'm not saying there aren't programs out there that do that, but as community members, I was shocked to find out what veterans go through coming back.
This year's Live from Joshua Tree event features Lady Chilane, Lisa A. Diaz, Anna Olivia Eve, Bonnie Hawthorne, Stephanie Kern, Luana Lynch, Kim Marcus, Licia Perea, Mikey Reyes, Patrick Wallace, and Bob Wold, along with music from Kim Faith Green and food from Matt Blansett. This year's event will be held at the Joshua Tree Retreat Center on January 25th, and you can buy tickets now at www.livefromjoshuatree.com. The Landers Open Air Flea Market returns this month to the Moose Lodge in Landers, now appearing the first and third Sundays of the month and extending the hours from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Randy reports that the flea market on January 5th was one of the biggest turnouts in a while, and with the recent closing of the former Sky Village swap meet, bringing vendors out to the flea market with lots of visitors in from out of town too. Everyone is welcome to come sell their arts, crafts, homemade goodies, or secondhand treasures at the open air market. Setup is from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and the market goes until 2. That's this Sunday at the Moose Lodge out on 58266 Ricci Road in luxurious Landers, California. This Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Along with remembering the civil rights leader, many businesses and government services will be closed as well. Joshua Tree National Park, however, will be open and admission will be free in celebration and recognition of the day. The long weekend and LA wildfires mean that the lines may be extra long to get into the park on Monday, so arrive early or use the entrance in 29 Palms to avoid sitting in line. You should always check on closures and alerts for the National Park before deciding to head in. You can visit their website or download the National Park Service app for your smartphone on either the Google or Apple Store apps. We'll have links to all of those at Z107.7fm.com. And that's your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 News team, I'm Robert Hayden.